Hey guys, it's Tuit time, and today we are going to be going into Smash and Grab specifically, which is obviously what it seems to be. Hopefully you guys have been keeping up with the game, having fun with it, enjoying it. Actually, since the last gemming spree, I've been playing a lot more, and you can see I've almost gotten all the characters but the two legendaries, Spike and Crow. But we did actually pick up Bo, as you guys saw. We picked up Mortis now. I've just been playing around with a lot of characters. One of the first things that I noticed right away was how to play each character and what to use. As you guys can see by my trophy count, obviously, Jessie's been one of my big characters. I love her. She's so much fun. So I was going to actually go in today and explain how I would use her. So that's what we're going to do today in Smash and Grab. And if we don't pick up wins, it's okay, because I know it's a team battle. So really you got to find that there's 3 or 2 people that you're good with and play with them at all times. But I guess I'll show you and explain to you what I would use this character for and how exactly to brawl with her. So this is a brand new map. It just came out recently. Jessie's a little bit of a tank. Obviously, she's a little, you stay back with her. But the main goal behind Jessie is to make sure you keep your distance with the other characters. So obviously you see El Primo, and we have to make sure we just back up our characters. And something really cool about Jessie, if you guys haven't used her, I haven't played with her a lot, is that her shots actually ricochet off of people, and when they do, they actually seek like a heat-seeking missile to someone else. So it's really, really awesome. Her super is really great for defense as well, because she actually puts down a turret that now does not ever lose its health, which is crazy, because you can literally have it in a corner, and if they can't get to that corner, they can't kill your turret, which is insane to actually think is allowed, but it is. So it works as like a second player, because if it's in the bushes, they don't even know if it's an actual person or not. And it's kind of crazy because I've versed it before, and I've seen people like destroy me with it. So I'm gonna put it right there. And now that Nita will make the assumption, because I always do, there's a person in there, and she won't realize it because obviously somebody's camping. But now if this Shelly turns around and sees that there's actually one person shooting at her in the bush, finally she got the hint. Hopefully we don't get taken out by her, so we're going to hide in the bushes real quick. But my gun's actually aiming at her. El Primo distracted. We're going to grab these 2 crystals, and we're going to retreat back. So right now we're up, which is great. Hopefully that one Shelly in the middle doesn't get taken out. We're going to grab this other crystal, and we're going to... Oh, I guess not. Oh my gosh, they booby-trapped me. Oh, that's not what I was supposed to do there. I should have stayed back more and camped in the bushes. Obviously they're going extremely, extremely aggressive, which is probably the best thing for them to do right now because they have the upper lead. But maybe if my ricochet, the heat-seeking bullets do so well, it's insane because it bounces right off. And I think it almost took out Shelly again. It took out El Primo, which is crazy. The amount of damage he has, arguably one of the most overpowered guys in the game, because if you use him in Showdown or verse anybody in Showdown that is using him, odds are you're not going to be able to take him one-on-one at all if it's close range already. So it's kind of really frustrating because you see these people, and it's okay to use El Primo. It's not that I don't like him as a character. It's just more or less that you know that they're really trying hard, especially in Showdown. And the people that don't try that hard, they're going to be going in and more or less using like a shooting character. Like I've seen Ricochet win, I've seen Bo win it, which isn't like insanely hard characters, but in comparison to, you got Shelly, Bull is insane. He's one of the main counters to El Primo. Besides that, Colt, believe it or not, it wasn't my favorite in the beginning, but now he's actually starting to pull up just because of the fact that people are starting to know how to use him. And mainly he works as a short distance ricochet, which is pretty obvious. The reason I'm using Jessie and the reason I'm trying to get used to her and show her off is because when you go into a game with Jessie, you'd be surprised how much you can turn the game around like I just did there. I had those 7 crystals, and I had a tank and another tank that are both Shelly. The usual tanks, which are very easy cards to use, and that's Mortis. Mortis isn't a big pain in the butt because of the Heat Seekers, but if you do verse him and you learn that card, just realize that he can dodge and get out of there really fast. Let's try and help our El Primo by taking out this El Primo. I do have Jessie upgraded a little bit, but hopefully our Shelly can actually... So this El Primo is obviously going to come after me unless my El Primo does something about it, and that's Nita. That's not good. And here comes Mortis, who definitely wants me. So hopefully this take out Nita. We got a bad Shelly. As you guys can tell, it really helps on the characters, but mainly what we're going to try and do right now is I got my power up. I didn't use anything. Mortis came out of nowhere, of course. Nita has no idea I'm right here. I'm going to try and take her out by distracting her. Throwing my turret in the middle. Oh my gosh, Mortis is just destroying. Great character, really hard to get obviously, but worth it. They already took out my turret, which is really upsetting. But maybe we can actually just If I could just not get distracted by Mortis or get like bear trapped by Nita. Words. We can do something about it because right now she's gonna throw that bear, and nothing is honestly that bad about this bear because it uses my bullets as like a ricochet effect, and it creates heat seekers. And there's El Primo. I had no idea where he was, but now we do. And I'm at 290, 380. Make sure that whenever you are below half your health, you try and regenerate as fast as possible because it will come back and honestly win you the game. Because right now you see Nita, she's still going in at 720, which is great. But when it comes down to it, when you have half your health, it does a lot. Like you see Mortis running around with basically nothing. If I could just nick him once, he'd be done. He's dodging really well, which is obviously what Mortis does, and which is why it's such a good character because he just can't die sometimes. But with it being a 3v1 and Mortis and El Primo hiding in the shadows, they're not really going to be able to take us on. I mean, right now, obviously you can see them winning and see Mortis sprinting the opposite direction, trying to make sure that he doesn't get taken out. But when it comes to like a team or a one-on-one, Mortis isn't a great character for the reason being that he can't really hold his own weight because of how like weak he is. He's great, don't get me wrong. He can run, he can hide, he can do everything like that. But when it comes to like a 1v1 where it's Jessie versus him and all around powers, his super attack heals himself when he throws it, but Jessie can deflect it a lot. I'm getting way too ahead of myself. Just remember that when you're using Jessie and when you're going against guys that are really fast or really strong or brawlic, you gotta watch your space. You gotta make sure that you stay back, that you watch what they're doing. Because right now we have 2 Colts, we have no tank. That's kind of, you really want to make sure when you're going in with 3 people that you have at least a single tank. Like they have a Shelly, they have a Ricochet, and they have a Bomber, which isn't not the best combo, but Ricochet really has me beat in certain aspects. Shelly, hopefully I can bait, and I did. Perfect. Always run away, especially when there's like someone who has a shotgun or can just punch, because you're really gonna get the upper hand. That was a bad turret placement. I went to go behind the wall and I kind of failed at that, because now I can take it out in distance. And with there you go. With Ricochet and escapes my name right now, Barley, you really can't like depend on your. Oh, that's not good. You really can't depend on your. Wow! Oh my gosh! I got the last bullet in, and Colt's really low. That's what I was. That's really pushing when you have three crystals and you're kind of pulling the team. For you to go in just like what he just did there, and risk it all for no reason when you could just like retreat, it's really selfish. Because then it makes the entire team like possibly lose itself. So I'm actually getting amazing shots off of my turret doing a lot of work. She's doing great too. We really pushed them back that way, which is awesome. We took out I think a couple as well, which is perfect, exactly what we want to do. With Ricochet having so much distance on, you gotta be really careful. I'm gonna try and put my turret right here, make him choose a side. That's exactly what we did. And now Shelly's gonna waste her bullets there. I'm gonna get a few shots off, hopefully connect one, finally. She has her shotgun upgrade, which is not good. I don't think Ricochet knows we're here. I need one more hit on him. That's one thing bad with Jessie is like when it has that 50 or 60%, that's his upgrade, and I'm not gonna be able to survive that. There's no way. He shoots, I think, it's a total of 14 or 15 bullets, and each bullet is 84 damage. So when you have a character that's 735, odds are you're not really going to be able to make it out of there. Hopefully we can help our character, though. I gotta get out, because Barley has that distance, and so does Ricochet. We got that counter on Ricochet, though, right there. Come on, give me one more hit. Barley's throwing everything he has. I just can't get a shot off. I don't know why I can't hit him. So she actually missed. So she gave up. Whew. That was a good game. Obviously, it's not all about winning. It's more about, like, I don't even think that's star player, but it's more or less about, like, you guys realizing that with Jessie, it's a lot more. It's a lot of strategy. There's a lot of strategy in the game involved. Some of the characters a little more than others. Jessie specifically, you have to make sure that when you're shooting in the crowds, if you get that single hit and you get that one target, it could possibly turn to 3. And instead of doing, I think it's 163 or 164 damage with a single upgrade, you're doing up to 420 or 430, which is insane. Like those numbers are incredible for one shot, and it just all comes down to how accurate you are. So I'm just gonna shoot in, just because that one ricocheted off, it almost went again. It's crazy. It just gets insane. Bull is gonna be a huge issue, and so is Shelly, especially versus my singular Shelly. Oh, but the more contact we're making, as soon as I get a secondary turret, it's gonna be a lot easier for us. Oh, if he gets one more shot, and we did. Which is awesome because now I'm gonna put my turret down. He has the bear, the baby bear, and the turret combination is honestly insane. because they can't focus all their energy on one spot. Ooh, getting that 45. Got to retreat. Got my turret there. The turret's going to turn around and take out Shelly for us, which is awesome. And it's amazing because now they have to waste their bullet. They have to waste their time and energy on the turret, which is mainly what you want to do. Because now Poco is going to see the turret there, and he's going to run, which is actually hysterical because usually you go at it. Shelly thinks that the turret's alone by itself, so we're just going to throw some pressure. She knows that it's not alone. And it keeps her at bay. Bull's going to come over and just destroy, which is exactly what he does. Shelly, I know, is going for the grass, so you always got to aim for the tip. Try and predict where they're going to go as best you can. Obviously, she just dodges Bolt, which is great on her part. Really upsetting for us. She has that one crystal. Also take into account how much you're worth, how much they're willing to go to risk what they have. So in Bull's case, he had the time to risk it all because he had that one only crystal. Where now I have a guy who's 6, which is Shelly, over here doing everything for us, which he should not be doing. And I get taken down. Hopefully my turret can do some work. It's taken out some shots, but it's not going to do a lot of damage. Really, now your goal as Jessie is to protect by causing a distraction. Because don't forget, when Jessie does take a shot, she actually causes a small stun, and it does a lot. When it's ricocheting off tons and tons of people, it does so much damage, and it just causes a lot. It's a huge chain reaction that happens. And even though I might go down right here, I can throw another turret in front, keeping her safe specifically, which is the main goal right now. Poco had to waste his time and come over. My turret's still doing work. Poco was going to go down. Shelly was going to shoot him out. It's great. Honestly, Jessie's so much fun. As you can tell, I did the best there. Great way to end it. Just remember, if you do get her, have a lot of fun. You guys have any tips, any questions? I'm going to be doing more how-tos with certain of the characters, just so you guys get more of a feel, because you may not see them all. Leave in the comment section which ones you guys like, which ones you guys don't like, and just keep enjoying yourselves and brawl on. Thanks for watching.